All right. Well, good morning, everyone. I am at work. I'm at work, 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 work. I'm at work, 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 work. All right, we got that. I'm at work. It is 2:15 a.m. So clearly I work overnight, the graveyard shift. All right, so before anybody comes in or whatever, I gotta keep a check on everything. Alright, just making sure all my cameras are good. But yeah, y'all, how have y'all been doing? It's Lady B here. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, press that notification bell. Hit the subscribe button. And leave comments below. Alright? And share it with a friend. All right, no, for real, y'all. I did want to talk to y'all about something real quick. I had a therapy session last week with my therapist, and we were talking about some things, and she asked me a question, and the question's been on my heart since she asked me the question. So, one of my last sessions I had, I literally cried the entire session. And for those who know me, I do not like crying in public. I don't like people seeing me cry. I'm sorry, y'all. Ooh, excuse me. I'm tired. I do not like seeing people see me cry. Um, it just it gives me anxiety because it's like so much attention on me in that moment, and it makes everything worse, kind of like, especially if I know that you're like a genuine person and you really want to know how I'm doing and if everything is okay. When you ask me that, because I know that you're genuine, I'm gonna start crying. Because it's a lot that's built up in me, and I hold a lot in. So whenever that release comes, and it can be random, baby, here it comes. Y'all, I'm just noticing. All right, so y'all see I got some blue in my hair. Cute pictures will be up tomorrow. It's an overnight shift. I'll be cute in the morning or something, maybe. But look, my glasses match my hair. Okay, moving forward. Glad we found that discovery out. All right, so yeah, back to my story. So, I was telling her how upset I was that, bruh, like, I cried my whole session. And it was like every time she would ask me a question or I would go to explain something, I would just break down. And I knew that in that moment that I was grieving, not anything personal, but grieving the world. The world is experiencing a lot of deaths, a lot of suicides, a lot of killings, a lot of this and that and that and this. So my heart was grieved that morning. And I mean, it started from like at 5 a.m. in the morning. I woke up scrolling on Facebook like a normal, regular morning. And I'm looking at all these prom pictures and all these people going off to prom. And then, boom, seeing that these kids that look gorgeous, that look beautiful, they didn't return home from prom. So, boom, I was triggered because I'm a mom. And no, I'm not at the prom stage yet. But there is a time that that's coming. And it just made me realize that, excuse me, we take for granted the fact that when we send our kids out of here every day, out of our homes every day, we think and we feel entitled that they're going to return back to us the same way we dropped them off. Like, they're going to be fine. They're going to go through their day at school and they're going to return back to us. But it's not always that case. Sometimes they don't return back home, So it really had me feeling a lot of things. So I literally cried my whole entire therapy session. Pissed. But I did get, like, I wasn't sad. I wasn't personally, I was not sad. There was nothing wrong with me. Nothing I did or nothing I went through triggered me to feel that. It was completely unrelated to me. But yeah, so fast forward to the next session, I tell her, I had a problem with me crying last time. Like, I didn't like it. I hated it, matter of fact. I did not like that feeling. I hope, well, I don't know. It's therapy, so if it happens again, I guess I got to deal with it again. But I hope it don't happen again. Um, she was like, she was like, well, why didn't you like it? I said, because you're focusing on me. Like, you're looking at me crying. And then in my mind, the way my mind processes it, I'm pissed that I'm crying because I'm not even sad or mad or upset or anything. I'm just crying. Like, the sky turned green from blue and I started crying because why is the sky green now? Why is it no longer blue? That's what type of day it was. So I'm like crying. Yes, it releases those emotions that's bottled up, but it ain't solving no problems. So what I'm crying for? Because at the end of this cry, I still gotta look at this same problem. Ooh, spit, sorry. I still gotta look at the same problem. So what am I crying for? You feel me? Like, that's how I was feeling. So, she asked me, after I explained to her, all that, I just don't like it. I don't like, I like being the center of attention sometimes, but I don't like being the center of attention. Like, I like to do stuff in the background. I don't like people to know everything I did, how much I'm involved, none of that stuff. And so that's how I feel about emotions. I don't necessarily want people seeing me cry because I don't need you coming up to me saying, hey, were you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Sometimes I really am okay. It's just sometimes it's random stuff. I can be overwhelmed by God's presence. I can be, thankful. I can be happy. I can be, just thinking of scenarios that possibly could have happened in my life that didn't. I just have all these thoughts and stuff. So I'm like, for someone to zone in on that moment is like, you see me. That's what it's like for me. Like, it's like, ooh, I'm not covering this up anymore. Like, this is not behind the scenes. Like, everybody can see this. And then it becomes a thing. It's like a celebrity. It's like when a celebrity is out grocery shopping discreetly and someone sees them and they're like, oh, hey, Oprah, I didn't know you shop here. And then all of a sudden it's all this attention. That's how I feel when I cry. Like, I feel like if I'm by myself, I can control it. I can control how long it happens. I can control when it happens. Like, if I feel like, excuse me, I'm gonna cry. I'm so sorry, y'all. But if I feel like I'm gonna cry, I can excuse myself. I can go to the bathroom. I can step away, go to the car or something. But if I'm amongst people, especially those who care for me, it's harder to get away by yourself. And then, everybody asks the question, are you okay? What's wrong? What can I do? What do you need? Da 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 da. At this moment, I don't know because I'm in a turmoil of emotions. I don't know. Like, your best guess is my best bet. Like, I don't know. So, all that to say, um, this session, she was asking me, why. And then she posed the question. She said, who told you it wasn't okay to show emotions? Who told you you had to have it all together before the people? She was like, who told you that you don't need to cry? Like, did someone tell you that you need to toughen up? Did someone tell you to brush it off? Like, what happened? And so I thought about that thing, y'all. I was thinking about that thing. I'm like, I don't know. What did happen? No one told me that I could not express myself. Now, I have been told that I may express or give too much information on social media sometimes. And I'm like, to be honest, I give the world 1/10 of me. So y'all don't even really know full scope of Bree. Y'all just know what I show, what I choose to share. You know, that's what social media is, what I choose to share. So, in those aspects, I've been told how to conduct myself, how to appeal to the people, and what I should say and what I shouldn't say, and yada yada yada. I'm Brianna. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna share what I'm led to share, and I'm gonna keep everything that I'm led to keep, and that's gonna be that. And that's that. That's no change in that part. But yeah. So I told her, I said, in the session, I was like, yeah, no one told me I couldn't share my emotions or I couldn't be expressive or anything. Um, it's just, what I told her was, it's just that vulnerability is a lot for me. Being vulnerable is a lot. And it's a lot because, and this is where I was talking to my friend in South Carolina, my best friend in South Carolina, and I was telling her about what I had experienced in therapy as well. And I was telling her the answers to these questions. I said, well, now that I sit here and think about it, being vulnerable is a problem. I cannot stand being vulnerable. I can't. Why? Well, being vulnerable got me into a lot of different problems and issues. Being vulnerable and not knowing how to handle that emotion, that feeling, got me in places I did not like. So it's kind of hard to be vulnerable, especially to people, besides in my own little corner, in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. Um, it's hard because a lot of times it's been taken advantage of. And a lot of times it's been mishandled. So I don't like the feeling of being vulnerable. I don't like having to depend on releasing upon someone. I don't want to be a burden. I don't, and I know I tell people, and my best friend in South Carolina, she pointed this out. She was like, Bree, like, you are so good at accepting everyone else's vulnerability and vulnerable moments. And you know exactly what to say, you know how to say, you know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, but you refuse to allow anyone to handle you in your vulnerable states. I thought about that thing. I said, is that so? So I was thinking, I was like, you're right. Nah, I don't allow people to experience me in a vulnerable state. I don't. Because it's been mishandled so many times. Meaning, being vulnerable got me, how can I say this? Molested for 7 years. Being vulnerable put me in black holes. And I mean holes that it was almost no escaping. It was just, all it was you just falling in blackness and just in darkness. Nothing to catch you, nothing to grab, nothing to lean on, nothing to hold on, nothing. It just was black. Being vulnerable got me enemies, meaning those who once were for me and were all Go Brianna and Team Bree and whatever else you want to call it, use those vulnerable moments to snap back at me or to use it as leverage over me. How sweat. So being vulnerable didn't get me a lot of happy experiences. It didn't get me a lot of, you know, joyous feelings. It got me rejection. It got me abandonment. It got me hurt, you know, destroyed, and, you know, all those things. And I started thinking about that. Like, I just been thinking about that. Like, because I don't trust people with me, even though everybody trusts me with themselves, I don't trust people with me because of my experiences. So where there's no trust, there is no vulnerability. Like, that's as simple as I can put it. But I wanted to touch on these things because everything lately that I've been dealing with, that I've been having revelational moments or whatever the case is, has all centered around rejection and abandonment. That's what this has all boiled down to. And how does me not liking being vulnerable tie into rejection and abandonment? Well, when I would go to someone who I trusted and I would, express how I felt and, you know, try to get some advice, some wisdom, some this, some that, or just to have that supportive ear listening and no judging, but just sincerely listening and trying to understand where I'm coming from. Not that you agree or anything, but that you're understanding, that you're like, okay, well, however we got to truck this out, that's how we're going to do it. That I didn't get that. I was met with oppositions. I was met with rejection. I was met with people saying one thing, throwing a stone, turning around and doing another thing. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard for me to look at someone and be like, oh, they're going to accept me for me and allow me to be 100% me without any judgment, without any taken advantage of, and all that stuff. So because of my past experiences, I have to now find a way, a mechanism to get past this, to work through this so that I can move on and be able to be my full capacity of Bree. So I said all that to say that I don't like being vulnerable because I don't want someone to use it as leverage on me one day. I don't want someone to use that to abandon me another day. Oh, maybe I became too much for them, and they couldn't handle it, so they left, or they walked away, or they misunderstood. Um, so I've experienced all that just in my 30 years of life, and mostly through childhood and teenage years. I'm not finna deal with rejection and stuff all throughout my 30s. I just dealt with that from the age 5 to 29. Here we are at 30. I put my foot down. I'm not about to deal with that. If I have any say over it, if I have any control over it, I'm not about to allow those feelings to happen again. I didn't like them then, I'm not going to like them now. And I cannot guarantee you how I'm going to respond as an adult opposed to how I responded as a child. Two different spectrums of life now. So, yeah. I could go on about this thing called rejection and abandonment, because that alone is a wide scope of things. And I mean, you can feel rejection from any and everything. It could be the biggest feeling. It could be the smallest feeling. It could be the biggest scene. It could be the smallest scene. But rejection, that thing is something else. That's a beast. Rejection and abandonment, it's a beast. And it hurts to deal with feeling rejected, unwanted, unneeded, unliked. So, yeah, just came out here to check, make sure the lobby is okay. So yeah, like, rejection sucks, y'all. And if you didn't like it then, when it happened to you, don't do anything. Don't do anything that can cause someone else to feel it from you. So I'll talk more on rejection and abandonment in another video. I just wanted to thoroughly share that a lot of times I don't like to share my emotions and feelings because I have a problem with being vulnerable. And I have a problem with trusting people with me because I've trusted so many with me that they mishandled me. So, that alone, that feeling alone is not one that I want to keep revisiting or experiencing. So I put up mechanisms and I put up strategies and stuff to avoid these things from happening. And so if that means I'm not finna cry in front of you, I'm going to hold it in until I get in the car, that's what I'm going to do. Is that healthy? Not necessarily healthy. So what are we going to do? We're going to try to find another way to handle these things. That's why we have a therapist and a psychiatrist. Okay? Get your help. So I just came on here just to share that. I just wanted to talk because I'm not doing anything. I'm bored. Bored in the job. Bored. Nah, but yeah, so, yeah, that was that. I hope you understood everything I was trying to say. Hope it made sense. Um, Hope you'll be back because I do have real content coming. I am in the process of trying to get all my stuff because, mind you, I moved to Georgia last year and I am working on a year of being here. And I still have stuff in storage. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I honestly got stories for days. Like, I got a lot of stories. I got car trouble stories. I got, even though I'm a wife, my husband's wife, I got baby mama, baby daddy stories. I'm the baby mommy, the baby daddy. We got stories. I got kids stories. I got adulthood stories. I got all types of stories, y'all. Like, my life is not a chapter book. It's volumes, okay? It's volumes to this. It's levels to this. It's levels to me. So, right when you think you are peeling a layer, you might just be peeling the skin off that layer. All right. Like I said, I ain't had nothing to talk about, y'all. I'm bored. In the house. In the house. I mean, I'm not in the house. I'm at work. Y'all like that? I can say that. I'm at work. Work. My son be like, give me my money, money. Give me my money, money. Give me my money, money. So I'm at work collecting my money, money. Collecting my money, money. Hey, get at me. But yeah. I hope you all, this weekend was Mother's Day. I hope everyone that is a mom or that plays the role of a mom, whether it be a foster mom, an adoptive mom, a bonus mom, a married in mom, a step-in sister, auntie, whatever the case is, grandma, great-grandma, godmom, whatever your mom is, I hope you enjoyed your day on yesterday. I hope you were able to get some rest. I thoroughly enjoyed my day. I got to spend it with a few people that I truly enjoyed. So, yeah. I'm trying to see if I want to talk about anything else because I don't know. My head itching, y'all. This wig got me itching. But yeah, got my nails done. Get at you, girl. They not the long ones, so I can't do all that. Nah, them long ones got me broke the next day. So, no more long nails. Got my feet done too, so I felt like I was walking on air. Grandma treated me to a mani, well, a set and a pedi. So I was happy. Oh, for those who keep asking, Georgia's going good. Georgia's nice. I'm loving it. I'm loving the people that I'm connecting with. God has placed some great people in my life. So it has made this transition just a bit smoother. Also, we not only moved last year, we just moved this year again to another part. Well, we're still in the same part, Marietta, but we're in a different area. So, life is lifing. And we're rolling with the punches and we're going to keep moving and we're going to continue to trust God because God got us in this season. So, I mean, He's had us all our lives, so we still here to testify. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. And I don't know, I'll probably be back. I'm bored, y'all. I don't know, I might come sing or something. We'll see. But have a great night. And if you don't have one, go get you a therapist. Go get you one of them. And go get you a psychiatrist. I'm all for getting the help you need to be 100% you, the best you can be. So if that means going to get some mental help, go get the help, boo kitty. Because if you don't get the help, I don't want to hear you complain about anything being wrong. Okay? Just saying. There are resources out there for you. You don't know any resources? Ask me. I'll get you some resources. You need some support? Got you. Hit me up. I'll support you. I'll walk you through your journey just like I'm walking through my journey. I got a few people on my side walking with me. So, yeah. Hope y'all have a great night. Bye. And don't forget to click that notification bell, click that subscribe button, leave a comment below, share with your friends and family. Go watch some more of my videos. Give me that watch time. So, yeah. All right. Deuces. Like, how do I stop?